that Aelin Shear has used. Most of the time, you don't even know she's doing it. Not that I need any help in my misfortune. You see, all those who involve themselves with me soon face disaster. Such is the fate I have been dealt. "10 years ago, I served the Alpha armies, defending Pluricon and Melsen Shear from the Tuatha armies. Then, Witch Knight Malwyn led his Tuatha summoners against us. The fiends routed my soldiers at every turn. Now they've had Melsen Shear under siege for years, while I've been searching for a weapon to turn the tide. Melsen Shear is the gateway into Cluricon, but it's been under siege ever since my defeat. I failed the city once. I can't fail them again. Long after the Arathi left our world, the mortals built these windstones to call them back down. I've never seen them work, but, as I said before, I'm not known for my good fortune. Earl Tusk, the tomb of the Divine Fang, the piercing light. With a weapon like that, I could rally the troops at Melsen Shear and perhaps redeem myself. They say the ruin is guarded by legions of Niskaru, led by a beast known as Azagal. Whether this is true or the stuff of legend, I don't know. With Tuatha raiding parties along the shores, Rathia has the only port for safe passage across the strait. But after assisting Melsen Shear for so many years, the ruling council of Rathia is loath to offer more aid for what they see as a lost cause. We may be lofty, but we are not weak. Our land is cold and harsh, and we have long studied the noble arts of bow and blade. Across 1,000 battlefields, my spear paints a red masterpiece. The Baelor is a thing of dread, a Niskaru lord that the Tuatha managed to coerce into fighting on their behalf. Against the Tuatha, I had some success, but no ordinary weapon can best the Baelor. One must fight darkness with light. The years have been long since I first learned of the means that might deliver Melsen Shear from the Tuatha. It lies in Earl Tusk, beyond a gate fated never to be opened, in a hall awash with Niskaru. Any who seek access to the ruin must face them. These ruins are said to be the resting place of the Piercing Light, a spear carved from the tusk of the Niskaru Duke, Gajor. The legends say it destroys any horror, in the mind or on the battlefield. No place is more deserving of such a power as Melsen Shear. For all my years of research, I've only ever found one clue to this puzzle: when the great voices rise in song. It may refer to the wind stones scattered across the plains. They bear a striking resemblance to the stones of this ruin. But that's simply me grasping at answers. Take this chime. It is said to have been taken from the ruin during its construction many centuries ago. I've tried using it on the windstones with no luck. The windstones are located all across the plains.
Be mindful.
We should be on the front.
I can't believe it. The gate shifted? For all my efforts, you simply appear and make it respond. No one could, not even Fate Weavers. They say that fate has woven no thread to open these doors. And yet, you've done it. But we must not stop here, not when good fortune smiles upon us. The gate opens, but you must find the remaining windstones and strike the chimes. I will stay here. The Niskaru within will sense the gate weakening. Someone will need to hold them back. Go sound the chime at each windstone in Arethel. That's the only way to open the gates. I'll stay here and fight any Niskaru looking to sneak past.
Be mindful of your actions.
You have absolutely no idea what you've done, do you? Mortals always trying to take something. Thanks to you, the barrier is broken, and the magic weakens. If we do not act swiftly, the Cradle of Summer will be lost. It is most notable where the power of Ashura spills into our world. Our sacred wellsprings, the font in the gardens of Isa, the Cradle of Summer, and Kaer Elotha. The flow is weakened, slowing the great cycle. But I don't need to see the fonts to know that all is lost. I feel it in my being, deep where the seasons die. The Cradle of Summer is a blessed place, and we must protect it from those that wish to make such power their own. My barrier served its purpose for many seasons, but magic everywhere has been in decline. Your disturbance of the Lorestones destroyed the barrier. You are responsible. All of this world's power flows from the wild of Ashara, and there are places where it touches us directly. Our power comes from the single source, drifting in the air around us, a light on the surface. We protect the Cradle with a magical barrier, but now that you've tainted the Lorestones, I must sacrifice my own power to replace what was lost. Then come. I will restore the barrier at the font, but you must protect me. The Wild Fae will be here soon. This is the chance they've been waiting for. There is no time to speak. We are trapped in a flow from... Farewell. so weary. But it is done, and the cradle is safe once more. You have done what is right, and I am pleased to give you this talisman as a symbol of my thanks. Perhaps the first one spoke the truth. That the fonts are running dry. That things are finite after all. For that is how I feel at this moment. Drained of all life. An odd sensation, this dying. Maybe there is something to mortality after all.